Hello everybody, welcome back again to the channel. So talking about White Money and Pere. So during White Money's diary session with Big Brother, White Money bared it all to Biggie. He told Biggie how he felt about Pere and how he feels Pere is a manipulative person. So you guys recall that the housemates fell out early on Tuesday morning following a whispering game that was organized by Cross. So the game is such that it's a whispering game, and so you tell someone something, and then the person whispers to another person, but the people who are watching are not supposed to know what is being whispered. So it was a game, and some of the housemates, including White Money, had interpreted Pere's action as intimidating, like everything was just uncalled for. Pere went all out on White Money. Like, it's just so obvious that Pere was brewing something against White Money. So speaking to Big Brother during the diary session, White Money actually told Big Brother how everything happened, how Pere approached him, and Pere tried to make him feel like a little boy. And he told Big Brother that, look, on a normally, Pere will not try that kind of thing that he tried with me. Like, if we were out there on the street, Pere wouldn't even come near me. So I don't know why people are like, I mean, fans now say that White Money is who Pere says he is, that White Money is fake. Because after his diary session, White Money came out and then he offered Pere egusi soup. And so some people are like, oh, White Money is a fake person. After he went into the diary room to complain about Pere, he came out and he also offered Pere food. So anyway, White Money told Biggie that he feels that Pere is a manipulative person, and that when Pere is on task during their task, because he had been on task, same task group with Pere like 3 times, and during their task presentations, Pere is always, giving in his 100%, that he had never clashed with Pere, that even though he expected that, during their task, maybe they might have arguments and stuff, but Pere always cooperated with him during the task. But then when he's not doing those tasks with him, that Pere is a different person, that Pere reached out to frustrate him several times. In fact, let me not even exaggerate it. He didn't say several times. He said 2 major occasions. The first time was when he was trying to talk about his culture to the housemates, and Pere tried to shush him. And then the second time is this one that happened where Pere tried to force words out of his mouth. So White Money expressed his displeasure to Biggie, told Biggie how he didn't like what Pere did to him, and that he had been expecting Big Brother to address it, and Big Brother hadn't addressed it since. So he just decided to bring it to Big Brother's attention. And that what Pere did was provocating, and that, if they were out of the house, he would have probably maybe armed Pere, or you know how it is with some people when they get angry. He also said he's not the type that tries to get angry, that he always controls his anger, but that when people try to bring out the bad or the dark side of him, that usually doesn't end well. So I guess White Money is expecting Big Brother, like so many people are expecting Big Brother to address that very incident. And some people also weighed in their impression about Pere. um Cross diary session, Cross was just not having it. Cross went into the diary room. He told Big Brother how he felt that Pere had been so overly authoritative, and that how Pere doesn't have respect for any of them, how Pere talks to them, and that he just wasn't happy with what Pere did with White Money because they all saw it, and that Pere had no rights, to do what he did to White Money, because if Pere had attempted to touch White Money, that he would have dealt with Pere. So, Nini also went into the diary session and told Big Brother how she didn't like what Pere did to White Money, that considering the strategy, that Pere had been talking about strategy, and that White Money is allowed to play his game. If it's a strategy and it's working for him, he should play his game. And Pere was not supposed to have taken it all out on White Money, that like it's so obvious that Pere is beefing White Money. Nini also explained that, you guys remember on Sunday during the live eviction, Ebuka had asked Nini, not Nini directly though, Ebuka asked the house how they felt about Pere's regime. And Ebuka also said, like, it seemed like the housemates were afraid to confront Pere. So Nini told me brother in the diary session that it's not like they're afraid to confront Pere, that there was a statement Pere made that day that actually got her angry, that Pere said it on the day of the fight between him and Whitemoney, that the housemates are afraid to confront him. So she stood up and said she wasn't there when the fight was going on, but she told Pere directly to his face that no one is afraid of him. They only respect the office, they only respect the fact that he's Big Brother's assistant, and so Pere shouldn't think anyone is afraid of him. So she told Big Brother that she confronted Pere, and that she also noticed that Pere doesn't like to say sorry, and Pere is very egoistic, Pere is very manipulative, and they just were not pleased with how Pere handled the whole Big Brother thing, and Pere should let Big Brother be. So people have just been weighing in on the whole Pere and Whitemoney situation. Apparently, the housemates are not happy with Pere. They feel that Pere is just overly manipulative and very authoritative. He has no respect for them. They feel that Pere talks to them like kids. And I mean, let's just be honest. There is nobody that would sit down. I mean, this past 1 week, Pere is now a chilled person. After the fight with Whitemoney, he's been really chilled. I don't know why. Maybe probably has realized his mistakes, even though he said he didn't do anything and he was not going to apologize to Whitemoney. Even though in Pere's diary session, Pere also opened his mouth to tell Big Brother that he didn't do anything wrong. So I don't think Pere is remorseful. He's probably just quiet because he feels like, okay, now the whole house is against me, and I'm just going to play my game, or he probably wants to play the villain. There's always that bad guy in every movie. So Pere just wants to be the bad guy. Maybe that's his strategy. Maybe that's how he is. I have no idea. But whatever it is, the whole drama, the whole show, the whole bullying, because yes, really, I call it bullying. Like, you don't just pin that kind of, like, do you guys see how big, how weighty Whitemoney is, and then you just try to pin him down like that? Like, come on, it's not done anyway. If that kind of action had taken place out of Big Brother house, it wouldn't. Something. Imagine one of them had a weapon. That would have just been the best spot to just do something evil. So, it was really uncalled for. But I'm happy that the housemates stood up to him and they told him that what he did was wrong, and there was no single person that supported it. Even the HOH Maria, she didn't support his action. Maria was bold enough to tell him right to his face that what he did was wrong, even though Pere was saying he didn't do anything, that he only tried to talk to Whitemoney. And then people were like, why did you try to talk to him in that position? Why did you keep questioning him? Like, nah. Pere was pretty aggressive. Like, you don't even do that to anybody. You don't even do that to you. Is Whitemoney, is he under him? Is he feeding him? Like Whitemoney rightly said, did he pay his transport fare to put them in Big Brother's house? Like, who gave him the audacity? It's guts for me. Like, anyway, I'm glad that the housemates stood up and they spoke to him. Every single person, even his friend Saga, was not even in support of it. Like, even when Pere was telling Big Brother and he was trying to tell Big Brother that he only tried to speak to him, like, what are you speaking? This Whitemoney kept saying, I wasn't the one who asked the question. And then another thing is, Pere's action was premeditated because, according to him, he had said it to others in their changing room that he was going to confront Whitemoney and that he doesn't care if he'll get disqualified. So apparently you thought of it before going up to meet Whitemoney, and that you did it because you expected a reaction from Whitemoney. Probably Pere thought that Whitemoney would touch him and it will lead to, Whitemoney's disqualification, because his hand was actually behind him while he was leaning over to talk to Whitemoney, and it was just all crappy. It was just really uncalled for. But I'm glad that the housemates stood up to him and they told him exactly how they felt. I don't even want to know if this is content. Like, this is not even content. We've been watching different seasons of Big Brother, and this is not. Imagine Whitemoney had this same character that Pere had, or maybe Pere showed him. Like, I don't think anybody would even be in that house by now if everybody had this kind of their own madness. People would probably be disqualified and then the show would be over. So anyways, I don't know who is going to support Pere on this. I like Pere, I like White Money, but I mean, there's a limit to how you can treat someone. You cannot dehumanize someone, in the name of it's a game. I mean, it's totally unacceptable. So Big Brother spoke to White Money spoke to Big Brother, and Big Brother said he was going to look into the case and he'll get back to them. So we don't know what Big Brother is going to say. Probably just call them and just warn them. And anyway, that's it between White Money and Pere, but they've been able to understand that when they both have tasks, when they're both in the same team, that they have to put in their 100% to make sure the teamwork is done. So far, they are coexisting. I don't think White Money has any issues with Pere, because even after his diary session, he came out of his diary session and told Pere that he had made egusi soup for him. And even at that, some people are still like, oh, White Money is a pretender. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think White Money has changed from being who he says he is, because even while all this drama was taking place, the last, from when White Money noticed that Pere didn't, like him, according to White Money, he's just keep doing his kind deeds towards Pere. So asking him to pick his egusi from the fridge, for me, is like a continuation of what and who White Money said he is. Nothing has changed. So I don't know where the fake story is coming from about White Money. I don't know exactly what people are expecting or what people are thinking from White Money. Like, do you guys think that they're just going to be in the house and keep malice? I don't think guys have that time. I don't think so. Anyway, so that's what happened between White Money and Pere. Big Brother says he's going to intervene, he's going to talk to them, and so we are still waiting for Big Brother's verdict. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you haven't subscribed, join the tribe, subscribe, and keep the conversation going in the comment section. Let's know what your thoughts are on this. Until I see you guys again in my next video. Bye bye.